Welcome to It's Chrissy Rice, the podcast where no topic is off limits. From wellness and spirituality to relationships, real life, healing, intuition, and all of the beautifully messy moments in between. I'll bring you honest conversations with heart, humor, and curiosity. Whether I'm sharing personal experiences or interviewing inspiring guests, I'll be diving into questions that we're all secretly asking, and you'll find authenticity, insight, and connection here. Pull up a chair, grab your favorite drink, and join the conversation, because nothing is too taboo when it's time to talk. Welcome to episode 11. And if you've been following along from episodes 1 through 10, you may notice that I do call the podcast The Intuitive Agent. And that was the podcast name when I first invented this podcast. It was what came to me first, and it's where I thought I could talk about pretty much any subject. And then on episode 10, I finished episode 10 and I got this huge download on literally the Gemini new moon, and I am a Gemini. And this download was like, you need to change the name of your podcast, like ASAP. Because I kept thinking about different subjects and topics to talk about on this podcast, and I was using the title of it, The Intuitive Agent, and I was boxing myself in. I felt like I was in this box that I couldn't expand from, and that if I talked about different topics outside of what meant The Intuitive Agent, it wasn't going to align with that podcast name. And I was like, huge download. You just need to call it It's Chrissy Rice. It's Chrissy Rice. That's who I am. And so I love talking, and I love talking about all subjects, all things. I am a Gemini, and Geminis love to talk. They love to communicate. They love to learn new things. They love to know a lot about many, 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 many things. So I was like, we're just going to change the podcast name. And then I went back and I edited episodes 1 through 10, and I gave it a new intro and all the things. That took a while, but I was like, you know what? Better yet, do this on episode 11 rather than episode 111. So here we are. Same podcast, new name. It's going to make it so that I can talk about literally anything that comes into my life, any subject, any matter, all the things, all the stories that matter to me, because I'm a very open and dynamic person that I needed more space inside my box to be able to talk on here about different subjects. So today's episode 11, we are going to start to talk about signs. And I think I've already kind of talked about a little bit about this in a previous episode, but there was something that happened to me the other day. And then there was something that happened when I had a Reiki session with a client the other day. And I was like, you just need to do a podcast episode about this, because there are a lot of people out there who don't know what signs are, don't know how to look for them, don't know how to recognize them, and all the things. So this is sort of I'm going to go over this in a broad way, because I can dial down what signs are and how to look for them and different kinds of signs and what they mean. But I want you to interpret this in your own way. And I even tell that to my clients when I see them. So here's the story, and then we'll get into signs. So signs are ways that crossed over loved ones or God or the universe wants to send you messages. Okay? They have been sending me signs my whole life, and I recognize them and I see them. It's sort of like the same thing, not as coincidences, but maybe it could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be a number, it could be an item, it could be anything. So numbers are big in my life. I'm a big numbers person. I hate math. I don't do math, but numbers in general surround our lives every day. They're in our birthdays, they're in time, they're in addresses, they're in prices, they're in receipts, license plates, you name it. Numbers are everywhere. Phone numbers, right? They're literally everywhere. So numbers are probably my biggest sign. And I'm just going to tell you a number story that happened to me the other day, because those are my biggest signs. But I also get signs as animals, as synchronicities, as signs that I assign certain crossover loved ones to send me. And when I ask for them for confirmation for something, I receive them. Okay. So I was having this really awful day a few weeks ago. It was just awful. I'd had a really, really rough week, and the morning of this day was not great. And I decided I had a haircut appointment, and on my way to my haircut, I decided we're going to shift the day, right? We have to shift the day. It's almost like I go into this other portal. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving this portal and I'm going into another one to shift the day and have a wonderful rest of my day. On the way to getting my haircut, I saw a license plate in front of me, a car that went into my lane and went into the lane in front of me. And I saw it had 555 on its license plate. And the number 555, 3 numbers consecutively to me mean something good is going to happen. Now, if you Google what does 555 mean, you'll probably see something like it means change, right? That was very vague to me. And so they're called angel numbers, and I refer to them so they're like 111, 222, 333. And so what I did one day, long time ago, I was like, let me study these numbers. Let me get to know these numbers and what do they resonate for me? So one of my friends actually when she sees 555, she says that's her miracle number. For me, 555 means something good is going to happen. And something good is going to happen that day. Not a week from now, not 48 hours from now, but when I see 555, that day, something good is going to happen. And so it wakes me up. It makes me alert. It makes me aware. And I'm like, oh, 555. Great. That's wonderful because I was having a really crappy morning. So I'm very excited for something awesome to happen by the end of the day. Okay. I forgot about 555. I got my hair cut. I came home. I had lunch. And then I had a knock on the door. And the knock on the door was the postman. And he had a belated birthday present for me in his hand that needed to be delivered from one of my best friends. I was like, oh, this is a surprise. How exciting is that? And I opened up my birthday present. It got me in such a good mood. I loved all my gifts. It was so fun. And then an hour later, the UPS man knocks on my door. And I open up the door. And the UPS man had a huge box for me. And I had just ordered and just got into freshly milling my own flour and diving into that. And he had my mill in his hand. So my mill got delivered on that same day. So excited. It was like Christmas morning. I got my mill. I got all these belated birthday presents. I was super, super, super excited. And then a few hours later, I got another knock on the door. And a friend of mine who had a birthday gift for me had arrived and dropped off a birthday gift for me. Belated, because this was 2 weeks after my birthday. So it wasn't my birthday, so it was like an odd time to still be receiving gifts, right? And I sat down that night and I said, I saw 555 today after my really crappy morning. And I actually say it when I see the numbers, something good is going to happen today. And lo and behold, all day, my doorbell kept ringing and the people coming to my door were delivering me presents. It was just this magical day that was started out kind of crappy and it just turned into this magical day because I saw 555 and I said, something good is going to happen today. So if you kind of Google the numbers 111, 222, you literally see them everywhere. It could be a phone number that calls you. It could be a receipt that you receive. It could be a price of something. It could be when an email gets delivered and you see the timestamp. It could be a text message that someone delivers to you and you see that timestamp. It could be you looking at your clock or your watch and you keep seeing that number. My recommendation is to kind of Google each one of those and put your twist on it. So what does it feel like to you? What does 111 feel like when you see it? To me, that means something new is coming. There's something new brewing. 222, that is my favorite out of all of them. That means balance and alignment to me. So when I see that and I'm in sort of a life process, I'm going through something, that's when I see that angel number and I'm in alignment with what I'm doing. I am on the right path. So every single 3-digit number has a meaning behind it. And I don't like to tell everyone my meanings because I want everyone to create their own meanings. We can't all be the same. And I love hearing about different ways that people resonate with triple digit numbers or quadruple digit numbers, the same thing, but it's just a little easier sometimes because time has more of those numbers in it to see that. And you might not see any for days. And then you're just going through something in life and you start to see them. My mom is on the other side, and her number for me is her birthday. So 921 is my mom's sign for me. So when I am feeling like I kind of need her on my side for something, or I'm thinking about her, I will no doubt see 921 on something. Someone will text me at 921. I'll see an address that has 921. I'll see something on the TV that says 921. I will see the clock time. I will see it every single time. She's not there every day. I don't see that number every day. But when I do and it pops in, I know that's her being like, hey, I'm here. Remember? So everyone has different meanings for different numbers. And you can also make like symbols or items or articles mean something for you too. So when I see, and I do find them in random places, and here's another story for you. My mom's sign for me is a penny. Does not matter if it's heads or tails. I will just find a random penny in random places. And I know that she's around. She's saying hello, right? Now, this doesn't have to be a crossover loved one that sends this to you. It could just be the universe sending it to you to just kind of tell you you're on the right path. Good job. Keep going. It's motivation, right? It's confirmation. So my brother does not live near me, and he decided to visit for a few days. And during his few days here, I arranged for us to all go out to dinner together. And we go to this delicious pho place that we love to eat at. And we all go out to dinner one night. We park the car. I get out of the car, go into the pho restaurant. We have pho. We go back to the car to go home. I open up my door and I look down, and right in front of my door, before I got in, on the ground, is a penny. It was like confirmation to me that my mom was like, hey, I'm so glad that you got to see your brother. Like, she was there while we were together. And I found that not when I exited my car, but it was there when I came back. So that stuff happens to me all the time. All the time. Usually my universal numbers are confirmation to me where I'm going, what I'm doing. Yes, that's right. Don't do this. Back away from that. Think about that differently. Things like that they come in the form of numbers. And then my crossover loved ones like to come in the form of objects or things. It just soothes your heart knowing that they're close to you and that they are guiding you and that they're trying to communicate with you. So another story that I have about these numbers is I had a session with a client a few days ago, and I was kind of talking about angel numbers with her. I told her about this 555 story. And she's like, I love this so much. I've not heard of this before. It just makes it's something that I feel like I can hold on to. Like I can look for, and I can, it's a language that you're communicating with your higher self or your God or your universe or whatever it is as confirmation of things. And I started telling her about how just, kind of just dive into triple digit numbers, angel numbers, and just kind of research them, but make your own definitions for them. Don't just follow exactly what the internet tells you. And so she wanted to go home and just write down like 111, 222, 333, 444, and all the way to 9, and then put together what those mean for her. And as soon as the universe knows what those mean for you, they know how to communicate with you, right? God knows how to communicate with you. And sometimes you need to learn a different language, but interpret it in the way that you want to interpret it so that you can hear the language. If you are not recognizing it or you don't know how to speak the language, you're not going to see it. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. She went home and she was so excited. She was just like, I really love this because it's something that I can hold on to and that I can look for and I can like have hope in. And she was just so excited about having this way of communicating with the universe in general. And it's like 888 means complete abundance to me. So it doesn't mean prosperity or money. It just means abundance. Like this is abundant for you right now. This is going to be very abundant for you. And every single time I see that number, I meet someone or I'm in a situation that is extremely abundant. Whether it's knowledge, whether I meet somebody fantastic, whether I'm, whatever it is. There's so many things, off the top of my head, I'm like drawing a blank, but there's so many things and ways that I see each number. And if you define those numbers for yourself, you will start to see them and then you can decode what they mean. So write 111 all the way down to 999 and kind of Google them, but kind of just feel for yourself what you think that those should mean for you and study them. And once you study them and you really get to know them, I guarantee you can't unsee them. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the thing. So those numbers will start following you. They will start guiding you. They will start giving you hope. They will start giving you positive thoughts. They will start giving you, what's the word I want to use? They're so full of life when I see them. They're confirmation for me. Yes, I did believe that, but now that's confirmation for me. And I love it. So I wanted to share these stories with you because this really resonated with one of my clients the other day. And I was like, I didn't know that not everyone knew about triple digit numbers. I just thought it was a language everyone knew, and she didn't. And it was really, really fulfilling and just so gratifying in my heart that I got to tell her about these. And she was just so excited about it. It was just this new found thing for her. And I'm like, I got to say this on a podcast. I got to tell other people about how powerful triple digit numbers are and how powerful they are to help you in your everyday life. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you start studying some triple digit numbers and create them for yourself, because once you see them, you can't unsee them, I promise. And the universe is talking to you.